I start these podcasts and I never introduce myself, but surely y'all know I'm Susie. I'm Susie Knits _ on Instagram and Susie Knits on Facebook, and also Susie Phillips on regular Facebook. Most of y'all are my friends anyway. Well, I have lots of things to talk about today. I went on the Central Kansas Yarn Hop this weekend, and I'll show you all that at the end. So if you don't want to stick around, sometimes looking at other people's yarn purchases are a little, it's either, I don't know, is it boring? It's not boring. It's fun to see some, but sometimes it's too much. But I thought about just taking a picture of all of it and then posting a picture, but we'll see how much time we have left at the end of this. But let's just jump in, because I start rambling and who knows how long I talk on each item. But anyway, but first, coffee. As all podcasts do, I'm drinking out of my Winfield Bluegrass mug. This is the year 2003. It was the 32nd year of the Bluegrass Festival there in Winfield. They are now on year 52. Anyway, I haven't been to the last few, so since we moved away from Winfield. But I truly, truly miss it. But okay, let's start talking about this. This is another bandana cowl, which I've made many of these so far. My granddaughter loves them, so I've made her a few. I've made me a few. I wore this one to wear on the shop hop, and then I didn't wear it. They like you to wear what you've knitted or just made. And I made a cool t-shirt. My daughter made it for me, actually, and which is in the laundry right now, or I'd show it to you. I'll put a picture in at the end. But then I ended up not wearing it. It was rainy and cold, and so I ended up wearing my Easy V sweater, which is being blocked right now. So I had to wash it because I wore it 2 days in a row. Yesterday on Sunday it was rainy too, and it's just so cozy I couldn't take it off, so I wore it a second day. Saturday, that's all I needed was my Easy V sweater. It's 100% wool. It's Malabrigo yarns that I bought from Southpaw Yarn Company in Canada. She helped me pick out the colors. She's super cool. I wish she was so much closer, but she's not. I have a dream of visiting her yarn shop someday. But anyway, yeah, so it's kind of orangey, and it kind of looks good with this black sweater, I think. And this sweater, also another finished item this last month. This is the Sonja sweater. I always want to call it Sophie, but it's Sonja, the Sonja sweater by Petite Knit, sorry. And I finished it up, and I love it. It's kind of big, but I kind of like my sweaters kind of fit like a sweatshirt or something. They're just big and cozy, and they're warm, and you just want to cozy up in them. But like I was saying, I was going to get up and show you, but I got some ends hanging out here. That sweater was all I needed for that cold, rainy day. And even running through the rain, going from the vehicle to the yarn store, I got rained on, and I was still dry. There's just something about natural wool that protects you from the weather. So that's why I don't wear acrylic, but I have. I'm just saying, wool's the best. So yeah, what do I need to say about any of these? I did not do, it's supposed to have a roll neck. I mean, not a roll neck, but a doubled neck, but I did not do that. I just made it a regular, whatever you want to call it. It's just a single layer. But I do like those doubled over collars though. The last sweater I made had that. I don't know why I decided not to do it this time. But this is Cascade 220. And how many? I don't know. Let's see. I think I bought 10 skeins and I only used like 8. I might have broke into the number 9 just to finish up a little bit. But anyway, yeah, Cascade 220. It's a great yarn. Also affordable. I think this one was maybe $11 a skein, if I remember right. But I've always wanted a black sweater, and Cascade has these heather colors, which I love, love, love. Yeah, so finished sweater. It's been laying on my table, and I just couldn't wait to wear it, so I just finally put it on. I wasn't going to wear it until I podcasted about it, but anyway, I put it on this morning, and then I just haven't taken it off yet. This yarn is souvenir yarn from Alaska when we went for our 50th wedding anniversary. Yeah, I love it. I did it on a larger needle, like maybe a 9 or a 10. It is a worsted weight, and I had quite a bit left too, so, and I still have another skein of it, so I don't know. Any ideas on what I should make with another skein of it? A hat. I probably won't wear this hat, though. It's like too close to my hair color. But maybe gloves. Maybe gloves. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take this off because it's kind of warm right now. The sweater is keeping me plenty warm, and that really was warming me up. But anyway, there's that. Yeah, and see that spot right there? That is where I have woven in ends, where I changed a yarn skein. And I noticed that on another sweater that I have. So how does anybody have any suggestions maybe on how to weave in ends that it doesn't show through? I mean, I go just very, but it still shows through for some reason. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, another one I finished was the Musselburgh Hat. I knit it with the Malabrigo. I think this is, I didn't write the color down, Agua. I think that's Agua. But I wanted to, instead of knitting all the same color, I wanted to knit it in 2 colors. And this is some alpaca I had left over. I still got quite a bit left over. This is some alpaca with some nylon in it, so it doesn't like really stretch out like regular alpaca. But anyway, kind of shot it a little short there on the bind off, so it's a little bit, but it's okay. I probably won't ever wear it this way. It'll always be worn this way, just because you can't hide Malabrigo colors. You just can't. And the alpaca for extra warmth. So not only is it doubled, but it also has some alpaca in there. So still got a bunch of this left. More fingers left? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so there's that. I gotta start a pile down here. Sorry if I don't mean to get real close. Okay, these are, I finished these at the beginning of summer. I know my sock blockers aren't very pretty, but this is what I have. I used to have a pair of metal ones that are just metal. They got lost in the move or something. They're just gone. These are the Butt First coffee socks, and I love the pattern on them. Yeah, and I can't tell you what this yarn is. I'm pretty sure it's from, oh darn it, it's Chelsea and her mother. They do a podcast. Anyway, I got these on sale one year. Never made them. Finally, I got around to making them. But yeah, I haven't worn them yet. Can't wait. I can wear them now because I've showed them to you. Nice. It's nice yarn too. Is that all I finished? I think it is. That's all I finished. Okay, so now I'll show you what I'm working on. Let me get those out. I already told you about, I didn't mention my ranunculus. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna forget completely about it because it's not in a pile. This is my ranunculus. I'm on the second sleeve. Let me turn Debbie around here. I made her out of 2 skeins of yarn. And I'm on the second sleeve, and this is the second skein of yarn. And this, stick it back in there. Oh. Where is it? Oh, it's down here. This is, and yeah, it's a Hobby Lobby yarn. Sorry. Joanne shut down, and I don't, anyway, no excuses. It's the Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek DK. And I hope that's not backwards. It has, where's the yardage? It is 478 yards. Of course, the ranunculus is famous for, I suppose, not using very much yarn. But I bought 4 of these. And now I still have 2 left. So what should I do with the other 2 skeins? I'm not going to make another sweater out of it. I got to think of something to make out of that. Still got 2 skeins left. But she's gorgeous. I love her. Can't wait to wear her. And she's going to be lightweight. Because you do it on large needles. This is a 10. You'll probably have to wear a tank top underneath of it, or maybe not. I don't feel like it's real straight. It's not. I don't feel like you can really see through it, but it's so lightweight. I might want to wear, because of the lacy up here. The lace will end up, right around your bra, maybe. So I'll probably still wear a tank top or something under it. Another shirt. Who knows? So. Sorry. Let me take a drink. The allergies around here have been awful. Everybody's coughing and hacking and sniffling. It feels like it's winter. Okay, this is my Sophie scarf. I started knitting this for my granddaughter, but then I remembered I already had one made and she was going to be in town, so I gave her the one I already made. So this is another Sophie scarf. I haven't been working real hard on it. This is Wool in the Gang. It's alpaca, 100% alpaca, of course. I would knit 100 more things in this stuff. It's really nice. I forget what I made out of this originally. But a Sophie scarf and that alpaca next to your neck will be real nice. So when I finish it, I will do some demonstrations on how to wear the Sophie scarf, the different ways you can wear it. I'm gonna put you back in my basket. And since I finished one set of socks, I worked real hard on I should have put these on sock blockers. I didn't, because they're not finished. These were my road trip socks when I went to Scotland and Ireland. I didn't have a lot of energy to knit when we were on this, but I did some knitting on the bus, the tour bus, and I did quite a bit of knitting. Well, I did the heel. I got the heel finished on the plane on the way home. And I had just started them, so I got from here to here on the trip. But anyway, and then I did the entire leg on the way home. I was going to try to finish this, because this is what I divide my yarn in half. That way I know how much I can use on each sock. And I still had this much yarn on the skein I was using for the first sock. But I still have that blanket I'm working on, so that'll go towards finish, or I will go in the blanket. And then, of course, as soon as I end a sock, I start a sock. So I quickly got this one started. Yeah, and my socks always end up being the last, like I'm just started knitting everything else. So anyway, so there's that. There is that. Good for me. Okay. That's all that I finished. So now let's talk about, okay, finished and working. Oh, I forgot this one. I have been working on making a rug. I have, I don't even remember what this stuff is called. This kind of ragging. I think it's like a Scandinavian. Years ago, we used to go to War Eagle in Arkansas every year, and a lady was there selling kits. So I bought a kit and these needles. Well, actually, my friend Linda Kinsey's husband, who has since passed, made me a bunch of these wooden needles in case I ever wanted to teach a class or lose a needle. I don't even know if I have my original needle anymore, but these wooden needles he cut out for me and sanded them and stained them, and they're beautiful. They're super soft. I'll remember him forever with these. But anyway, yeah, so this is as far as I've gotten so far. I started it, and then I haven't really worked on it since because I was busy doing other things. But I am working on making some rugs. And with that stitch, I mean, you can make round rugs, you can make oblong, you can make square, rectangle, heart-shaped. Here, let me get out the book and I'm pretty sure there's some YouTube videos too that maybe tell you how to do it. But this is the book. It's called Rugging with Julie's Scandinavian Loop Woven Rag Rugs. So there's some of the things that she had made. Got a toilet seat cover. And I think you could even make well, yeah, there's a basket right there. So anyway, so I've been kind of toying with that. It kind of gets hard on your hands because if you don't do it loose enough, then you're pulling and tugging, and that's not great. Okay, those are things I'm working on. Next, I want to show you some things that are in line to be made. First of all, I'll show this. This is a kit I also bought in Alaska. It is, let me take it out so you can see the colors. This is, well, they're calling this hat Alaska. Isn't that lovely? I love it. This pattern has been in my Ravelry like page for the longest time, and I just still haven't made it. But here's the yarns. This will be the background, like the sky colors, and then this will be the tree colors, and also the rim of the hat. Well, you know what I mean, not the rim. So it's going to be a sometime next year project. Going to work on getting some things done that I've been meaning to. And okay, my daughter just called me to tell me tonight is the first practice for the Ukestra, the ukulele players. So anyway, it's exciting, and I'm nervous because this is my first year and I have not been practicing. So anyway, that'll be fun. Oh, okay, where was I? Okay, look at this monster cake of yarn. This is pure new wool. it was taken, they named their sheep. His name was Jacob. But it's 200 grams. This is from the Cary Woolen Mills. We were on the Ring of Cary tour around. It's a big drive. It's kind of a big loop, and you see a lot of stuff. Anyway, and then we stopped at the Woolen Mills, and the only place I've seen wool was it was there at the Woolen Mills. And my granddaughter, that was her request, to get some yarn from Ireland or Scotland and make her a cowl. But this stuff is so sheepy, I don't think she's going to want a cowl out of that, because it's scratchy, and she lives in Texas. This is the cowl. This is the cowl pattern I've been using, and it's a free pattern, so you could go on Ravelry and find it. Or at some point, I'm going to, here's some pictures. I'm sorry, they're in black and white. I like to save ink. I think I'm saving ink. But at some point, I would like to do a knit along making a cowl. I'll do that on YouTube if I ever get that done. I've been wanting to do a learn to knit video, and I've worked on it. I didn't like it. I'm going to redo it. So, yeah. Okay, I think I've gotten through most everything, except now it's time to show my yarns from the Central Kansas Yarn Hop 2025. I'm going to name the shops. Most of them have websites, so if you want to look them up. The River Heights Yarn Company. That's where I got these beauties. These two are Malabrigo, and this is her own hand-dyed yarn. It's called Steel Floozy Fingering Weight Sock Yarn. I don't know what I'll make with it yet. I bought this pink because sometimes I just want a pink, a soft pink for something. And then, of course, this, because it reminded me of fall. Last time there's a little stitch marker I got. Each shop was giving away a stitch marker. And then my husband took me around Central Kansas to all the shops. He decided to buy a passport, so we got double everything. But here's, yeah, the little, I don't know if you can see it, it's got a lobster claw on it, so it's, it's a project keeper or whatever you want to call them. Just for my fall. It's beautiful. I love it, and it may just go in on the coffee table as a, decoration. And, okay, the River Heights Yarn Company is in Manhattan, Kansas. It's a very cute shop. It's in the old part of downtown Manhattan. Parking's hard to come by, but it's worth walking for. You only have to walk a block or so. And then the Wool Market and DIY School is in Hutchinson, Kansas. And I got this bad boy from there. Have no idea. I went in with a list of things to look for. I didn't buy anything on my list. Well, they didn't really have what I was looking for. There's a stitch marker. No, it's actually on a lobster claw. And then this copper one, I'm not sure. It's just plain, kind of a teardrop. So there's that. And this is a new, I bought 3 from this company, Jody Long, but it's for Knitting Fever. But I had never seen this label before. So I think I bought several of those. Or I did see, maybe I just bought a couple. Anyway, yeah, so don't know what that will be. I'll do some research at some point, decide what to make with it. And then also each shop was giving away a pattern. So, yeah. So, and then the Shivering Sheep, which is in Abilene, Kansas. Very cute name. I got this, and this is the Jody Long Alba. I wanted something tweedy, and she had a hat pattern for this skein of yarn, but I don't know if I'll make a hat. I don't think I will. I see another cowl in my future. A black tweedy cowl, or maybe for my granddaughter. Who knows? And then Erickson Family Farms was an actual sheep farm, and they recently got some alpacas. So they didn't actually have alpaca yarn yet, but they did have this very sheepy, beautifully spun wool. Their label's pretty cute. Yeah, so who knows? I have no idea what I'm making with any of this stuff, so don't ask. If you have suggestions, I'd love to hear them. And then, oh, what else? About something else from them. I think it was this. No, it was this. These look like great socks. My favorite colors, pink and gray and whatnot. So those will be socks as well. And then Creation Station is in Newton, Kansas. And she has a lot of Cascade yarn. Notice a lot of people had, some of these had a lot of Cascade yarns. But from there, and this is a new location for her, and she has expanded. She has a ton of yarn. I bought some of this. Cowl. I'm stuck on the cowls. And about more Cascade yarns. This is Heritage 6 hand paints. It's superwash merino wool and nylon. Thinking about maybe making another one skein shawl that Hohe Locatelli pattern, one of her patterns. And this was on sale, so I got it. This is King Cole Drifter. It is 100 grams of premium acrylic and 25 cotton and 6% wool. So anyway, something for my husband. Those are kind of more manly colors. And then a new yarn shop was Coast to Coast Yarn Company. So anyway, it was a lovely store. Wichita hasn't had a yarn store for a while. And mind you, it poured down rain the whole day Saturday when we were shop hopping. And it was hard to find. It's like we pulled up to our destination. Yeah, we used GPS, but it said we were at our destination, but all we could see was a bank. So anyway, we're going to have to get out of the truck and go look. And a mail lady was walking by, and so we asked her, and she said, well, you have to go around this way. Well, there was a bookstore, and then whatnot. There's different little stores, but it was like in a little, I felt like I was in a tree house. It was pretty cool. Very cute little shop. And they too had their own hand dyes, which I could not afford at the time. They had beautiful orange sock yarn that I wanted so bad, but I could not. I just couldn't. But I've been seeing a lot of things, a lot of advertisements or people making things with this knitting for Olive. So I said, oh, I've been wanting to try that. So I bought Knitting for Olive worsted and this soft silk mohair. Yeah, this was $14. This was, how much was this one? I feel like it was just like 10. I don't even see the price on this. Nope, don't even see the price on this one. She had them written on the shelf there. It's not that she hides the prices. So anyway, so now I'm going to try the knitting for Olive. And I'll either hold those together, maybe, and have a really soft something or other. okay. The projects will come to me. I have no doubt about that. And each shop, the farm, they made their own stitch markers. Of course, I got 2 of them because my husband was with me. And then these little fish, this golden fish, one's a stitch marker and then the other one has a lobster claw on it. One shop did these beads. Of course, my husband got one too, so there's the beads. They're very cute. And then these stitch markers, which you can use for crochet because they have the hook on them. And I think that's all I have to show for the shop hop. Also, each shop had sign-ups to win a prize from their store. And also, if you visit all 6 shops and get a stamp on your passport, then you turn in your passport at the last one and it goes into the grand prize. And it was super, super fun. Since I used to have a yarn shop, I was always in the hop. I was a yarn shop. And of course that's fun too. That's a lot of fun to have all those people come through your doors and buying yarn, and all knitting people are lovely people. I forgot to show my earrings. I made these earrings too. I also made some stitch markers, but they're in the other room. I forgot to get them. But just little oops, wrong side, little leaves. Because I've lost one of them. I had another pair, but I don't see them. Oops, I did not want to do that. Oh, this was a giveaway too. A little sheath for your little embroidery scissors that you use to snip things. Okay, I have one more thing to show because I just bought them. I had to go out in the rain to fetch them from the mailbox. But I needed some Chigu needle tips. These are the 4-inch size 10 because of this thing, but now that I'm almost done. But I'll have them for next time. I needed the shorter needle tips for when I'm going in the round in a small distance. And I've been wanting these, and since I've been making a lot of sweaters lately, I decided I needed them. So I bought from Amazon these cords that you can put through your stitches and hold them. And then you have these guys to hold everything secure. And I think you can also use these as stitch stoppers even. Let's try one. Let's try one on my, if I can reach it here. Nope, because these are too big. But they'll work on the other ones too. You just put them in there. Does that lock down? I don't know. Anyway, can't wait to try those out, and all these lovely cords. Okay, and I think that is it. So, yeah, I was excited. I waited to do the podcast so I could show you my yarn haul from the shop. And, yeah. So, also, let's talk about what's in my queue. See if anybody has made these or are going to knit them. One of the things on my list to look for was I wanted some tweed yarn. I want to make the Weekender by Andrew Mowry, and I wanted a tweed yarn. I thought a tweed would look good with that. Also, I have yarn for Sky by Amy Loudon. It is like a heavily cabled and stitch patterned. I'll put links for some of these. in the notes. I want to make a simple stripes sweater. I think that was a free pattern that you can use up leftover yarn, which I have a ton of leftover yarn. I was gonna grab the bag that's over there. And but I needed a neutral color to go between something like this, to go between the colors. But then some podcasters have been showing a sweater called Stripe Hype, and I really like that one too. So, but that requires more yarn, which I don't have right now, and I've spent probably the rest of my year's budget on yarn on this shop hop. So I got plenty of yarn to get me through the winter too. Yeah, and I already showed the Alaska hat kit that I have, and I want to make an Alpine Bloom by Caitlin Hunter, and yeah, I need to find the right shade. I mean, like something like this that I could, oh, maybe that's what I could use this for. Find another color that goes with this to make the Alpine Bloom. So I don't know if I want to do these colors or another color, but I need something that changes color like that to make it really pretty. Okay, I feel like I did have to split this video up, so I feel like I haven't talked that long, but I have. So, yeah, and I want to also add, I do appreciate comments. Just liking my video or leaving a comment kind of helps me out. It moves my videos farther up so more people can find me. It just lets the algorithms know that people are liking and watching, and it just helps other people find me. So that would be great too, though that's really not my goal. I just like to talk about my knitting, and who else? I don't belong to a yarn group. They do have a yarn group that meets at the library. It's kind of hit or miss. And it's in the mornings. I'm not really a morning person. That's probably the biggest reason why I don't go. But yeah, it's hard. I have been invited to the Manhattan. They have a Tuesday afternoon get together. I might find myself doing that a few times, just going over there. And they do have just a couch. You could sit on the couch and knit by the window if you wanted to. I got a sticker. Where should I put my sticker? This is from the Still Floozy. She has a sticker for her yarn on a cassette. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry for the interruptions between the lawnmower, my daughter calling for ukulele lessons. Not lessons, it's a practice. Getting music tonight so we could start practicing the Christmas carols. There'll be Christmas music. So I'm excited for that. One of the rules in my apartment building is not to play music, not to practice your instruments, which sucks. Most of them go to work anyway. If they're daytime sleepers, I'm sorry. Sometimes they drop bowling balls over my head while I'm trying to sleep, so I'm really not going to feel too bad, but I'm awful. I just don't want anybody to hear me practicing. I had kids who were all in band. I had to hear all of them practice their instruments as they're learning. But anyway, all right, everybody. Thank you so much. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.